What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? Finna get it in. All right, yo, we finna get a update. Like this gonna be like a chaos update, and we gonna talk about like a lot of stuff that's happening, especially like Florida, Trump, um, different events that's taking place. So let me welcome my special guest, Goddess. What's
Hello,
good,
how are you?
yo? All right, we're gonna start with Florida first. With all the crazy stuff that's going on in Florida, a lot of people kind of like looking at it as trying to point the finger where it's going to point at. But I really got my own skeptics about that, and so do a lot of other people got skeptics about that too. So, um, being in initiative, I really feel like all these events are staged because after if you Google and you go back to 2020, at least before 2020, we never had mass shootings to take a leap like it did after 2020. When the elections came around, that's when the mass shooting started. You know what I mean? So when you look up in the Google search, it always say it shows how these massive attacks just like happened. It just leaped out of nowhere, and it just kept going up and up and up. And a lot of people really didn't know. They pretty much think it's just a regular attack, but no, it's an attack on the people. That's my belief.
Well, first of all and foremost, I already know that it's staged.
Uh
It's
huh.
it's, it's a staged attack against the black people so that they can start a racial war amongst each other, which that's not what it's about right now.
Mm-hmm.
What it's about the government trying to give out as many extractions as they can possibly can and distract all the people around the United States of America. But they have to look through those distractions that they're giving out and decipher what they're really trying to do. But the main thing is that what I didn't like is that as soon as not being racist or nothing, as soon as a white person says,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, my child killed someone," and then they try to holler about they have a
Mm-hmm.
mental illness, that's because you know your child is finna go to jail. So you know that you'll holler mental illness because that means that your child will get lesser sentencing if the child pretends like they have a mental issue. And then on top of that, my condolences to the
Give me a
people
minute.
that are out there that lost their loved ones. I'm sorry about that. Sorry that happened. But you need to really be investigating if that child did that child really have like a mental disorder, whereas the mental disorder paperwork stating that the child was mentally disordered, mentally
Can you
ill.
hear me?
Then on top of that, you also need to look into the fact, how did that child build that type of aggression towards a black person? Because a mental person, if a person was born mental in this world, that means they know nothing about race, color, or anything. So how would you build that type of aggression up against a black person? And you know,
Well,
and you're aware that they're black, but you got so much animosity against them. So where would you get that idea from? Unless it
okay.
was taught to you.
Um, First of all, um, our race is pretty much difficult, and a lot of people really don't know where to start. But I just want to start at the bottom. Black was an acronym that they gave us because we are a different type of species. We're melanated nine ether beings. Um, that descended from Atlantis. And when we descended from Atlantis, that's how the changes came in effect down the timeline where it became Egypt over time. And when it came Egypt, then it converted over to like a different events and stuff like that. But see, we've been labeled so many different names, and they gave us these names, and we ran with them because we got a lot of our ancestors got pretty much manipulated and kind of like beaten into uh the slavery, which is to identify as master at that subject. And a lot of people ancestors went through the struggle, and we received these names because we were the first beings of the indigenous of this continent that we call Americas. And
But
Americas are then
I was looking at the simple fact that this little boy that's supposed to be mentally ill, right?
yeah.
Supposed to be mentally ill, as the parents so called say. He come way from Orange Park, Florida,
Oh, okay.
all the
Right.
way into the heart of the hood where Jacksonville, Florida, all the way in the heart of the hood on the north side. So you coming all the way from Orange Park where everything's so lavish, so beautiful, you have everything that you want. And you bypass the black people that was in Orange Park to come all the way to the hood to try to shoot up black people.
So now I see.
That
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense when you had black people around you, but you had to come to the heart to try to prove something. That's let me know that you're trying to make a name. That's let me know that you're trying to represent something that you shouldn't have never started because little do they know
It's all
what
just
happened.
stage. It's a stage.
Yeah,
They
it's a
using
stage. It's a
they
stage setup to try to make race, a race war.
it's
But
not a race. It's not a
it's
race war,
not
but I feel
about
like
race. It's not about race war. It's not about that.
yeah.
Don't get me twisted. I know exactly what it's about. It's because it's a distraction. Because they want the people to be in the streets fighting while they get to do whatever they want to do behind closed doors. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not I'm not no
I
dummy, I'm
think
not no fool. And it only took one person. But let's say this. They already say that we are unorganized, we'll never own anything, we'll never have anything and stuff like that as black people. But let me ask y'all this question. What do y'all really want us to have? Y'all don't want us to have anything? Or do y'all want us to be your slave? What do
just
we
feel like I just
what
feel
do we have to do to get along with one another without shooting a person? It's already bad enough our own kind shooting our own kind. But for a person that didn't know those people from a can of paint, you just come out and you shoot everybody and you shoot the little babies up. What did you really prove?
it's set up. It's a setup. They used them.
Yeah, it's a setup, but what I'm saying is that what if we had that type of animosity? What if we decided to just say, forget them, we don't like them. And then we holler about we got a mental problem so that we get less of a sentence when we go to jail because you knew you was in the wrong. What if we do that? They know everything by the book. They know that book backwards, forward and back. They was taught that growing up. That little boy had to been taught to hate black people. He had to been taught that. So I blame that on the parents. I think that the parents should be arrested too. Just being honest. And where did he
Oh,
get the gun from? And why the parents didn't have their weapons put up to where the child couldn't get it or retrieve it? The parents should be locked up too. This is a kid we talking about. This is a little boy.
My thing about that, who drove him over here? How he got over? Was it bus? Was it car? Or somebody drove him over here? That's why I say it's more. It's more. It's still more information. Um, that's unanswered. You know what I'm saying? Because I looked at it like somebody probably could have drove him over here, and somebody could have handed him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's a lot of shady stuff been going on. Because as soon as they get caught and they go and get arrested and stuff,
yeah.
um, if you look in the jail, like the jail system, you'll see that they name a race out of there probably less than a month or 2 weeks after they get arrested. Because it happened with the um what's the lady name? Sonya Brown case. They arrested them and they had the the people had names had disappeared out of the system.
But the thing is that when are my people going to wake up and realize they're trying to put us up under oppression? You don't
It's
supposed to let nobody oppress you. You're
I
not
want to can
supposed to do that. And then
I
on
believe
top of
that.
that, I'm not never scared to come outside. I'm not never scared to go anywhere around any place or anything. I'm not scared of a person. It's a lot of people talking about since that done happened. Oh, I want to stay indoors. I want to stay inside. Oh, we shouldn't come out. No, that's the
Mm,
worst thing you could ever do.
yeah,
That's the worst thing you could ever do.
for real.
You come outside like normal, but it's best to just go get your license registered to carry firearm. You need to
Right.
carry
It's a new
firearm.
change. It's a new change in Florida. See that's what I was saying. The new law saying in Florida that it's an open carry law now. You don't need license in Florida no more. So my thing about that, they trying to make these mass shootings happen like this so they can um take the weapons away. That's what I truly believe is all about. Because think about it, we just got this law passed not too long ago, and now you got the mass shooting happen, and people now gonna, some people gonna be against it, and they're gonna follow like nobody don't need a gun. But check this out: if they take away the guns, you have nothing to protect yourself or your kids.
Now, but
Now that's what I'm thinking.
I want the white people to understand this, or whatever species you are, Syrian, whatever you are, gray, whatever you are. I want you to understand me. I want you to feel me on this. I understand what you are. I know what you are. I know that y'all was born into flesh body. You hear me? You was born into the flesh body because you came here on earth. You fought a war on earth, and then you had to be born again in flesh form. But you try to play a role inside of another character, and that character is to hide behind the white flesh. But little
See,
do you know,
listen,
you better know what you're doing.
on that tip, that's what Rod Hayes was saying. Rod Hayes was saying they don't have no color. They look like us, but they don't. They not us. Meaning there was some people that was blacks was um initiating the attacks as well. If you go all the way back to like Rosewood and all that right there, they had people called the Black Hand, and the Black Hand was identified as a black man with a sheet over his head, and he was with the Ku Klux Klan, initiating attacks on his melanated people. It was all a setup. So you know what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Like everything ain't what it seemed to be. That's why it's not a race war, but they're trying to make a race war to pull up to separate
No,
everybody.
it's
No,
not. It's not
they're
a
trying to
race war.
separate.
This is
No, no, no,
actually.
no. They trying to separate everybody so everybody don't come together as one unit. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy. Listen, I'm very happy that they're showing their true colors. I'm very happy that they're showing what they really are because when the separation date becomes the separation date. And I hope you're very, very prepared for this because while you're showing your colors, you might not live too long while you're showing these colors. There's a great split that's about to occur. And when that great split comes, you will see.
And
The
another
evil
thing,
will be with the evil, the good will be with the good. The people that are gay, I have nothing against gay people. They will be with gay. You're going to be separated amongst what you characterize yourself as. If you go for good, if you go for bad, if you go for being
okay.
gay,
So
all
my
of that.
thing is, that great separation means what you just stated is everybody creating their own reality in their own lane, because the separation is like it's like an episode on the Twilight Zone, but it's gonna be much realer than what it is. And what it is, it calls everybody to have their own reality. So one
Hmm.
person, but if one person believe um in mandates, I'm not going to say the rest. That's going to happen on their timeline. If you believe in racial wars, it's going to happen with that timeline. You're going to be on that
It's
timeline.
like
It's
it's like
simple.
whatever.
Whatever you create in
It's
your
like
mind.
imagine yourself writing a book and you're the narrator
Minecraft.
and you're directing yourself and you write your own path. That's why it's called free will, because you have the free will to write your own story and how your life goes. If you think that you're going to die fast, you're going to die fast. If you think that you're going to die slow, you're going to die slow. If you think that you're going to live for long periods of time, you will live for long periods of time. You are the creator.
Yep. And you can create whatever happened um anywhere on that timeline. All it takes is for you to meditate and write the book inside of your head, and you do that consistently like, every day, and you'll see the changes. Because
Yeah.
I noticed when I was meditating and there was a hurricane coming, I pushed the hurricane. I feel like that the energy that you write, it pushed the hurricane away from like that state, that
Yes.
Florida, that when it happened. And I felt like that was my energy that did that. You know what I'm saying? So you could definitely write the script in your head, like whatever you want to happen. And you know what I'm saying? Cause they scared, like they so scared right now that people taking their power back. They scared of what gonna happen next. Every day they ducking and hiding,
They
and
would not have to be scared. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't care what race you are or however you go, whatever. However, I'm a very godly person. Um, you and all of us as together, we're in this together. We all have to stick together, whether we know this or not. Cause the government that you think that is your government is not for you. Neither one, neither side, white or black, gray, it doesn't matter, reptilian or whatever you are. However, they're not for you. You need to get your stuff together. We all should be together as one to create a better life for ourselves all together. But obviously, you're too busy because you're trying to control everything and human body, when they're going to die, when they're going to live, how long they're going to live. Don't do that.
yeah,
Don't
because
do that.
you remember when the Y2K back into when they was talking about the Y2K. I remember that some back then when they was talking about the Y2K and 12 o'clock come, all the lights gonna be out. Man, they had so many people trippy scared over something they did. That's how people get manipulated. You know what I'm saying? When people put their energy into it, they get scared.
Yeah.
They get scared into a
Scared.
corner.
People
Yep.
get scared, but they should never be scared because they shouldn't just be scared of stuff like that. They should just live their life, because what once happened BCs ago, it's gonna happen again now. It's like a repeat
It is.
all over
We,
again.
and the DJ coming around spinning right back again.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
We're repeating the same cycle like New York City. New York City is a city on top of a city. So if you can catch on the method, they always rebuild the New York City, and then it keep being a city up on a city. So therefore, you
Everywhere.
should know what's going to happen again. It's going to collapse. So
Yeah.
you should be trying to figure out ways to get away from there.
Mm-hmm.
Figure
It's
out ways to help to save you and
this
your family.
just like I was telling her. I said, the U.S. is really Atlantis, but it just changed from Atlantis to Egypt. From Egypt, it went
Mhm.
to a native. It went to
Uh-huh.
native.
And
It
it's
went to
going to
native
keep
land.
repeating. It's going to keep repeating these same cycles over and over again, because BCs ago we had this same occurrence with the solar flares, the Betelgeuse planet. It always come back so many years, and they have to understand that. But it has nothing, and I repeat, it has nothing to do with us. But if you put, but I'm gonna tell the Greys and the white people, the European people, this: you may not like us, but when you torment black people and you come after black people go to higher self. When you keep throwing us against the wall, when we feel like we're cornered in, and what can we pray to? Or we call on ancestors, Big
Mm-hmm.
Mama, Papa, Alegba. We call on all of them because we are backed up in a corner and we feel like we're suffocating, like we ain't got nobody else to help us. And they answer. And when they answer, they come. So don't back us into no wall. If you don't want stuff to happen to you and you don't want to decease yourself, don't do it. Leave us alone.
Oh. And the thing about that, when you mess with like real melanated people, nine ether beings, um, it's a consequence for that. It's a consequence, and judgment gonna be upon them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I feel
Judgment
like
will
the
be upon them. But guess what? I'm not gonna tell them I'm not gonna tell them what they can gain, because I want to see the true color of them, like what they intentions are, because the same intentions that they are doing now, and you know that you owe us, you all owe us, you owe us an apology, you owe our ancestors an apology, you owe us big time. And it's not even funny. It's to the point where we know, but we ain't gonna let you know that we know, but I'm letting you know that I know.
the thing about that, hey, they don't fail to realize that people of melanated skin was getting made out of clothing. That
We was
was
made out of clothing.
clothes.
We was made. They took our body and waited till the body form into crystals. They took that because when our body goes back to Gaia and our fluids leak into Gaia's earth, it creates crystals. It creates gold. That's the gold that we traded in order to survive instead of sacrificing our own kind. So in order to keep our family here, we had to trade gold. But now that the government done took your gold and done ran off with your gold, which Queen Elizabeth had, done took off with your gold, you have nothing to trade. I'm not trading my soul. So y'all gonna have to sacrifice yourself. That's the great thing that's about to occur. Because when those tall beings that y'all are scared of come down, they're gonna be looking for their
That
stuff.
gold. That gold.
They want their money, or they want a soul. They want the body. So by you guys being aluminum, platinum, or whatever you want to call yourself, they gonna want it. And then by us saying and being up under oppression that we can't do nothing, we gonna let them have you. They can feast away. So when they come down, they're gonna come down, and they're not gonna come down to play with you. And you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be running. It's less stressful on us.
And you know what? All that manipulation with the weather and stuff, it's already on TikTok, right? With the clouds and stuff like that. Check this out.
Yeah.
So they're using the arc chemical clouds to
Cloak themselves.
to cloak the what's going on into the air. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? As far as like the
they're
sun blocking
changing.
soul,
Okay,
they
I'm
blocking
gonna.
solar energy out.
I'll very much explain that. The colonial. I'm gonna call it colonial disease that certain people call themselves having. I call it colonial. Okay, I'm being I can have a little fun with it, but the colonial I mean not virus, but the disease that's going on is because of they're changing the atmosphere. Instead of it being, what is that, oxygen, it's going to be carbonated oxygen that goes into the air, which causes colonial disease when you breathe it in. And if you're not made out of carbonated being, you breathe in colonial disease, which triggers the body functionings to fail.
Organs.
Because it used to be carbonated oxygen back in the day until certain people came and changed the atmosphere to where they can sustain and walk on our planet, which is Gaia, Mother Gaia. So by this occurring and they changing it back to where it used to be, certain people that can't breathe carbon cannot survive.
It's already happened across European now. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's happened all globally. So with that being said, if you guys wouldn't have never started with the trying to stress certain beings out, beings are not your certain. We're talking about native. If you would have never stressed the native people out, this wouldn't have never happened. You should have just went on with the program. Instead of raising prices real high, trying to make sure that we be up under oppression, like, oh, they don't deserve nothing. They can't have nothing. Oh, you really done pissed us off now. Oh, we feel stressed out now. So when we become stressed, like I said, this stuff started to occur. So you did this to yourself. Don't look at us. We didn't do nothing. We just tried to live our life and what you guys gave us as scraps.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to eat. We tried to eat even though we poor. We're broke. We're completely broke. Y'all living the life that y'all want to live. Look at the lavish houses y'all got. And y'all went to, from what I understood, y'all went to the same school we went to. Remember? You remember back in the day when we used to all be in class together? And then all of a sudden, Jessica, let's say Jessica, she works at Family Dollar, but when you go over to Jessica's house, Jessica got this big lavish house. How y'all get that? But we all went to school together. We don't went to college, but we don't have that. So what's really going on? You need to fix it. You better fix it while you can. You can fix it by giving back our stuff. Yeah, fix it. Because if you give back our stuff and you fix it, you make the people happy, guess what? maybe this won't occur like this. Maybe the sun won't be rising and trying to burn people up.
Hot
You're
outside
making us
at night.
angry. You're making us into chaos beings. Something that you're mostly scared of when you be up in there. You be like, oh, she's aggressive. Oh, why am I aggressive? I'm aggressive for what? You're going to bring those beings out that you don't want, that you don't like. Be very aware. Because if that sun does what it needs to do, and we become those beings that you guys are scared of, don't you think you need to take heed? Give us back what we came here for, and this won't happen. Maybe this won't happen. Or maybe other beings may be angry because of what you did. Native, we're Native Americans. You guys replaced y'all name to our name. We're Native. We're the Native. Y'all
Indigenous.
was considered as the black. So why would you switch it?
They took
Don't
the native
switch
name.
it.
They can
But
have the native.
now,
We are indigenous.
yeah, we're native indigenous. Yeah, yeah. Indigenous beings. Yeah,
I
we
ain't
are
never
that.
seen a I never seen a Caucasian native. I never seen that one. And they know
No,
all
they actually place themselves as being that because when
the
they found this
chief
land,
chief, chief
Abraham Lincoln had showed the not being racist. Showed, 'cause I'm black. I'm calling myself black for right now, but I am indigenous. Okay, but he went to the Abraham Lincoln took the
uh
white man across the water to bring him to this land, which they call Americas. That's what they said. Because they came here with Americas. They came here. So when they came over here, he seen that the land was so big that his people was overpopulated where they were in Europe. When they made it across here, he was like, he didn't even tell them that he was going to try to steal land. And that's the what they call it, the Rockefeller Rothschild guy. I can't think of his name. Yeah,
yeah. That came later on. Yeah,
yeah,
I know what
yeah.
you're saying.
That person. He came over here and stole all the land from the people. After the guy, the black, Abraham Lincoln is black, y'all. I hope y'all know that. He's black. Abraham Lincoln showed him around the
That's
United
why you got
States and how
that's
everything looked.
you
That man
notice
came back and mapped everything out and
you
took the
notice
land and claimed it as his and brought fucking documents and tried and forced us to believe stuff and then killed off all, and I mean all the people that was in higher power priestess and higher power what they call that sorcery, the witches, warlocks, stuff like that. Killed all those people, those high powered
but
people
see,
that was actually teaching
hey,
us these things.
but the thing about it, when he brought papers, they was trying to force the chiefs to sign on it, but they didn't want to sign on it, so they
Yeah,
killed
the Chiefs never did sign on it. We know that
him.
because it wasn't meant for him to come over there and start making paperwork. Why would we sign something? And we the ones that own it. We was here first before they was. We not finna play these games.
Hmm.
But they came over here, they took over, they tried to wipe out all the people like the chiefs and stuff that was here, the native and everybody that was in higher power, and then they tried to make them and force them to tell our children dumb stuff that didn't make no sense at
That's
all
what
to make us believe that we was nothing
that's
when
the
we are
fuckers.
something
Hmm.
and this is ours. They tried to say,
Yep.
oh baby, this was once ours, but it ain't ours no more, but it's theirs. It's just theirs. No, it's not child's. It's not child's at all. We didn't sign no papers. It's not yours. It's not yours. It's ours.
Like that
So let's
ocean
get this
salt.
straight. Let's be clear. We for one thing, if you look in the Black Indigenous book, the one that we supposed to go by, you're not supposed to lock up an indigenous person. If you understand what I mean, you're not supposed to kill an indigenous person because we own all of the land here. So all that, having them in jail, having them in prison and all that, you're not supposed to lock them up. And that's in our rule book. And you guys know that.
Hey, but they did Pocahontas like that too. You know, cause on Pocahontas, the white that dude, I forgot his name, Caucasian, European, uh French, French actually he manipulated the father first. He got in good with the father and she fell in love with him, but she didn't really know all the dirt behind what he was really trying to do. He was actually trying to steal her father's land. So he used her because she was like the last seer of that land. So
Yeah.
they murdered her and they forged papers on
You know what
her.
I asked my slave grandmother in Mississippi? You know what I asked her? I asked her, I said, if we were slaves, I said, what happened to the 40 acres and a mule? I said, why y'all didn't go ask for y'all money?
Took that.
But the sad part about it, excuse me, white people, how y'all get y'all recreations and we didn't get our recreations? Did you not feel like we was entitled to the recreations or something? Hmm?
Reparations.
Did you not? What happened? What is wrong with you? See, y'all keep wanting to be like, and then on top of that, why would you why would you go get a tan? If you don't like black people, why would you go get a tan to darken your skin? Why would you do that? You want to be like us and act like us. If you're gonna be like us and act like us, come on, baby. Get on the board. Be in cahoots. Where our money at? Where my money at? Let's be real. Let's be real now. I'm supposed to be living like y'all living. I want to live lavish. I like to ride around in nice cars too.
Yeah. They, oh, they balling out. All right.
I just can't stand when you want to be us, or you want to be like us, or you want to be our skin color, or you want to have the same things that we have. We could have found out ways to create melanin in you guys so that you guys would be able to survive certain stuff or create. We was all supposed to come together as one and create ways where we can make people live longer. You're human just like we're human, but we're different species.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not supposed to treat us as if you're better than us. That's wrong on so many levels. When we all can get together, that's crazy. We have the brain power that our gods, which we all have different gods. I hope you know that. We do. Let's not just stick with one God because y'all have a different one than we do.
Caucasian.
Y'all have a different creator. But we could have got together and fixed this. But no, y'all want to tear down trees. Don't you know that trees have oxygen in it? Trees is your natural source. Why would you tear down your tree?
Help you
Why?
breathe too.
Don't tear down your tree. That got the only thing that's making us all survive, and that's oxygen and carbon oxygen. Don't do that. But you're rather for the earth to go into destruction. And then y'all look. And then on top of that, I don't like the fact that y'all like them Chinese people to across seas to make our stuff. We can make our own stuff. China education is free to all the China people. That's why they people so smart. And why our people so dumb is because we giving them all the free stuff. You're not supposed to be giving them nothing. We're supposed to bring everything here in the United States of America and run it. We got enough people here to work. If y'all stop discriminate against those people that come out of prison and allow them to work, they do good and working. We can have everything. We're not supposed to be a poor country. We're supposed to have other
At
countries
all.
working for us.
At all. At all.
But no, y'all let all these people that did not know nothing about running no world or running people around us and stuff, y'all let them take all our stuff to China and let them people create our stuff that we could have made ourselves. We can educate our kids to make those things themselves. Smarten your own people.
That's
Why
what
would you want to smarten outside people for them to oppress us here in the United States, for them to kill us here in the United States? That's crazy. And
I
y'all
know.
going against the wrong thing. Y'all talking about black and white. It ain't about no black and white. We all gonna be in this together. Cause those people on the outskirts, the European people, the Korean people, the Chinese people, who they the same people, all them are getting together to come over here to fight us. Is y'all crazy? Wake up. Wake up. Hello?
So with the inflation, the bricks got the bricks in the news, and what the bricks does, it's gonna capitalize on the dollar destroying the dollar, making the bricks 55 to a dollar, 55 to a dollar. So it's gonna take $55 to equal up $1 in bricks. Now, and the thing about that, this is where all the banks come in at, because the banks gonna go, and this is where the total chaos come in at, because the banks don't have enough support. They not backed by gold, so they got to come with a new system. So that's why the old system have to fall. The old system have to fall for the new to rise. Once the new be put in place, then that's when
First of
the
all,
true
can I say
that's when the
this?
true inheritance come into the people,
Can I say this?
backed by gold.
The old system, which was created often crypto anyway, and and it's also with paper money. They just had the paper money and gold and other people items that were stored inside of these buildings, these bank buildings and stuff like that. But they already got a cryptocurrency going, because if you can transfer money into digital digits that go on a card, that means that you're already into cryptocurrency. Because all you're doing is putting a number there, even though it's a piece of paper that you're going to destroy, which they do burn money. So what's the difference? They should have just been just putting numbers on the cards and stuff. That's all they're doing. They should make digital cards or something, digital paper, the digital paper money or whatever you call it. The where the paper can be transferred into the bank accounts, and then they have to scan by a barcode, and the barcode transforms into a digital currency where it turns itself into cash money where you're able to swipe your card. That's kind of crazy how they got stuff going, and then they talking about the value of the dollar. The reason why the value of the dollar is crashing is because y'all are greedy. You're so greedy. It didn't even have to go this way. If you wouldn't be so greedy and keep upping prices every time we get a new pay rate or something. Oh, they get a pay rate every year. Y'all know we get a pay rate at the end of the year or something. And then every time my pay rate come up, here you go. Oh, we had to up your rent by 5%. For what? For what? Why is you upping when you supposed to stay at your regular price? We need you to stay at 550 where you
All
been
fact.
staying at.
All fact.
That's crazy. You're gonna go up to $2,000. Really? What we paying $2,000 for some old chip wood and old apartment complex where people done laid their booty in and everything? We not finna do that. We not finna do that. These are old buildings, and we paying almost $2,000 and something dollars that you supposed to pay like on a mortgage.
It's
And
a
then
cardboard box.
where did y'all
It's a cardboard box.
excuse
That's
me,
all.
excuse me. Where did y'all come up with credit from? Where you get credit? Where you get credit from? When did we get credit? Credit supposed to be for credit cards, not credit on a house. Where did you get that from? Credit not supposed to be determined, not supposed to determine whether you can afford a house or not. You're losing out on a lot of money because you put credit in the way of people owning a house. That is stupid. Do you know how much money you can make if you didn't have credit in the way? If you just go by people income and the amount that they make it easy,
Hey,
just like the apartment complexes make it. They make it
hey.
real easy. You just bring a $300 deposit, what they require. Y'all making it hard. You
Oh,
go
then,
by
hey,
credit.
this is my thing too. When you be going to get them houses and stuff, they look at you because being that I'm gonna use the word black because that's people that need to understand we not black, but they look
We're
at us.
indigenous.
Yeah, so they look at us like first they look you up and down and see. They got to look all into your whole accounts and stuff like that. Um they feel like they need to have their own people in it. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you'll never own something like that.
Hmm.
And they feel like you less of a person. You know what I'm saying? They always feel like they got to have the higher step. You feel me?
I think that it should be based upon people, how long people been at their jobs, and how much money do they make, and can they make those payments, those type of payments, instead of them doing credit, because credit is the stupidest thing that was ever created. You don't know how much a person got in their pocket, and then you losing out on all this money. And then look at those houses are not even being renovated.
Some of them still sit
Yeah, they're just sitting there, they riding, they ain't got nobody in there to
trophy.
attend to them. So
It's a
you
it's a
losing out on a lot of money that you done invested, you know, money into those houses. Not very many people gonna move, especially not rich people. Rich
dust
people just
trophies.
gonna go build more houses.
I call them dust trophies because they just sit there and dust on them. Because only time people make moves is at the end of the year or when they lease up. Other than that, that house gonna be still sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think they should put that in place of that. And if that was me and I was governor, I'd get rid of that credit. I would get rid of that credit and give people open opportunity to own a house. And should no kid be trapped up inside of an apartment complex, ain't got nowhere to play, nowhere to go, just because of a credit? Really?
Right?
You want your kids to have a backyard to play in,
The stereotype.
not no
Uh,
apartment. That's so crazy. Apartments should be the last option. You should put people in houses. Like, for real, seriously. They need to get a program where they can put people in houses.
they
Not
charge. I was
huh?
gonna say that I was gonna say that the apartments charge more than the damn house.
Yeah, the apartments charge more than the house. And then guess what? The people are actually paying those type of prices that the people that try to give out mortgages want the other people to pay. So they should let them know something. They losing out on all their money to these apartment complexes when they could just make houses that's just like an apartment complex. Make the houses just like an apartment complex. That would be way better than anything. Why don't you make a house apartment? That would be better with a backyard. That would be totally better. A house apartment with a backyard so that the kids can have the opportunity to have a backyard. I don't mind paying for that.
So now, hey, but check this out. So this is the reason why they have apartments. If you notice, in all the apartments in every city, it's overloaded with the black population. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they it's more like a prison. I feel like it's a prison ground. The governments own those apartments and those prison grounds for like their children to live on. If you know what I mean, because they got, if you see the tall gates, it's always them apartments always look remind you of a prison. You know what I'm saying? Look just like a prison. They got the high gates, the fence, and what the hell you need a security guard for? You feel me? And
Yeah.
they have to search you vehicle every now and then. your ID and stuff like that, just to go in an apartment. And these are
That's when
it's not
that's
even
when basically I
it's not
have
even
something
middle
to
class. It's not even middle.
I have to say something about that.
It's not even
That's
middle class.
actually considered to them it's considered as a middle class. But guess who the people that's paying for them to stay in there? It's us. The people that work are the people that's paying for the people that don't work.
Government assistance too.
The
To keep
government
something going.
assistance is created by the people that work. The people that got a 9 to 5. If I don't like, let's say if I didn't work, I'll be either put on HUD or Section 8 or whatever. But the people that's working, they're paying hard money for the people that don't work. So, and those people are actually getting houses that don't work. They don't work. I mean, come on. The government is paying off a house. So if you could pay off a house for other people that don't work, you need to be paying you need to be paying for a house for the people that do work. You need to have optional programs for us to work. And then if you able to spend money across seas for other people to come here and live, give your own people some money. We
So
need money.
so the government assistance, they hold that money like it's theirs. But
It's the
I'm gonna
people's
say this:
money.
everything they use, some of these politics is actually living off of these government assistance because we paying into it, but they getting these big old bonuses, and they get these nice
They getting big
one
bonuses
month.
off in black
Yeah,
market.
but check this out: they getting these they take off vacation for a whole damn month off of that them assistance and stuff like that. The judge is making good off of the assistances too, with the child support and everything else. But check this out. So now we go back to the hood. Um, they stereotype all these people from like getting houses and trying to make a living for themselves and their kids. They try to make it hard for them and keep them in prisons. That's what I call them. I just call them like that. The projects, I call them prison because
They try to make
they
it
look
hard for
just like
people
a
in
prison.
prison, but the people that's in prison, let me tell you about the people in prison. The people that's in prison are the most smartest people there is on earth. It
Yep.
is the ones that's in prison because they may know how to hack things, which they can be put in computer technology. They can use their skills for certain things. They know how to pop locks. They know how to kill, which those are the people that's supposed to be in the military. That's how you create your army. They know a lot of things, and nothing should hinder them from learning any of those things. If you got a killer in prison, he should be put in the military because you need him at war. That's the best person to have at war.
Yeah, we prisoners at war. Everybody
Yeah,
prisoners at war.
yeah. A person that loves to kill people, they should be put in a war where they can fight.
We still
Those are the
prisoners
best
though.
people to have. But they don't
Mhm.
understand that. They not seeing that certain people, if they stop trying to characterize like doing a test, making a state board exam, passing the state board exam, go by what people like to do. Go by what people like to do. You got people that's a narcissist.
Yeah.
They can make people think other things. You got a lot of stuff. So those are the people that need to be sat in certain areas. You have a good setup with that,
Yeah.
especially when you're running a world, because they'll be good for something that they already know how to use. That type of skill. They're
But
not
with
stupid. They're not dumb. They're not mentally ill. And I wish people stop blaming mental ill on a lot of stuff. That aggravates me. You're not mentally ill. You just know what you like to do, and you know what you want to do. I wish they ruled that mental ill part out.
So what I was gonna say is like with the grocery stores and the inflation taking place um I see another TikTok trend where a lady came out and said um her cousin work in the FBI, and there's a list of foods that's going to have an effect on people, like mentally trying to like destroy people, like killing them. And they had a list. She said sand, like fish and seafood, and in the upcoming months, it's going to be have an effect on people. So
That's
people,
because
people, people got to
the
have a
government, I mean, first of all, let's get down to the
yeah.
bottom of this. FDA is a problem. FDA is a problem. How do
Out of
we
that.
where let me ask you guys this. Do anybody or anybody can raise their hand and tell me where FDA came from? Where did that come from? How did you how did you put people in charge of your food that you create, and did they taste test it themselves before they gave it to you? Did you actually see them do that? So why is they FDA and approving anything? Let us see what our food look like. Let us see what we can consume. Let
So
us see what kind of ingredients, or let's agree or not or disagree upon the ingredients they are putting in our food.
just like they were saying about, see, it's a lot of foods they approve, but like they were saying, some like it was certain cereal that have the same stuff what they make with cement that's in cereal, and that's FDA approved. But y'all shoving this down y'all
Yeah,
kids' throats.
but have anybody discussed where FDA came from?
Food Drug Association, right? Y'all
I'm
drug
just,
association, all right.
huh?
I say, look at the letters. Food Drug Association, right?
Food and Drug Association. That means that they can poison you.
That sound like some like
Very
BMF type
poisonous.
of. That sound like a that sound like a game to me.
They're basically saying that we're the Food and Drug Administration, and we can put whatever we want in your food and you will never ever tell. We can mix different ingredients and you would never ever be able to notice what or how we poisoned you. No, 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 no. You supposed to put people in charge, people that love people in charge of FDA, that won't allow bad foods to come in here or people to contaminate your food. And what I don't understand, how can you allow a man to make fake food and give fake food to your children and your people? That's not
Yeah,
even human. Don't you know that's not a
yeah.
human? That's
Mm-hmm.
not a human. He wants to feed you plastic. That's not
Plastic
human.
plastic eggs. I seen that on
If
TikTok
I
too.
wanted to feed myself plastic, I just go
Mhm.
eat a plastic bag. No, don't let this man feed you artificial meat. He's not human. He's trying to feed you artificial meat that move across the damn table and everything. We're not finna do this. I'm scared to go eat bananas since I seen that last episode where that banana was moving across the table. Oh, I can't stand bananas. I just can't eat. I couldn't eat.
So with the meat on, hey, check this out. So now they growing meat, artificial meat in these kegs, and they use that meat to grow steaks and all that stuff. So what they're doing is they call them printed steaks. It's a company that makes it, but they'll tell you right there on the label, like they'll say artificial steaks, or they'll say organic, or they'll say something like um human meat. You know what I'm saying?
And then you allow,
When we
and then
stop
you
putting
allow,
when we
and then
stop
you
putting
allow
human meat
this
in stuff.
man to come up and let donors, dead madaggers, people decide that they want to donate their body for food.
Yeah, I
Don't
saw
do
that.
that, people.
When we
Listen,
stop putting human meat in this stuff,
Our God
that's
created
delusional shit.
everything here to reproduce itself. Allow these animals to reproduce themselves. They can have babies just like we can. Don't let these people inject your animals with nothing. You keep letting the animals reproduce themselves. Y'all do not do that. That's so nasty. That's disgusting to allow a man to grow a microorganism, an organism you don't even know that can move through your body after you done be done ate it.
Uh-huh. Hey, the same thing with the yogurt. Remember that? Remember when we was
Yeah,
talking about
I
you was
seen
talking
the
about
yolk. The
yogurt?
yolk was made of plastic. I, we not
No,
finna do
no,
this.
but they got the bacteria in the yogurt that they're supposed to be good for you.
No.
The
And
movie,
they stuff is none good. I just want regular fresh eggs from a chicken. We good to go. And then they haven't even talked. Have you guys ever took a time out to actually look at y'all eggs and try to figure out why this egg got A, B, and D, and this egg over here got vitamin C and D, and then this egg over here it got extra protein, and then this egg over here it's like different, several different eggs. Why is there seven different eggs and we only have a couple of chickens?
mm-hmm.
You got the brown egg, you got the white egg, you got the brown egg, you got
Rooster
the
egg,
white egg, but each
rooster
egg is
egg,
different. You have
rooster
your
egg.
hen, you have hen eggs, you have the chicken eggs. Where the other eggs came from? Oh, don't let me get to the apples.
Got 1,000 different types of apples.
They got several different apples. They crossbreeding apples. This man told me, we got an apple do. I said, what does an apple do? An apple mixed with a peach? I said, what? And Publix, the only people that crossbreed, their fruits and vegetables, and then they name it anything.
Oh, how about the pineapple?
Yeah, that's sickening. That is so sickening. I don't know,
Uh,
people. We don't want no crossbred stuff. We
oh,
don't want no
what about
hybrid
the?
stuff.
Hey, so going into the grocery store, we got grapes that's called cotton candy grapes.
Oh, don't let me get to the strawberry the strawberry shortcake strawberries. You know the little pink strawberries they had in them, the white and pink ones.
Mm-hmm.
I was so overdone. I said I most definitely ain't finna eat that. And don't
Uh-huh.
tell her what's gonna crawl inside my body. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
gonna stick to the regular stuff I've been eating. I'm good on that. And
I just
then
tell
if you guys notice, they done changed the hot sauce, the Louisiana hot sauce. The Louisiana hot sauce is not the Louisiana hot sauce no more.
mm,
What happened?
they changed the label and all. I saw that
They
too.
changed the label and all on it. Like they got bought out or something. They just took the ingredients with
And the
them.
thing about it, they know black people like hot sauce, so I'll kind of watching on that too, because you don't
Yeah,
know
there
what's
ain't
in
no
it. You
telling
don't
what
know.
they put in that mess. I
Yeah,
stopped eating that hot sauce. I don't even eat hot sauce no more since they took the Louisiana away. I done went to Tabasco.
I don't know what they eat, man. You might well eat, might well survive off my own spit right now. But
Yeah.
yeah. So what people need to watch out for the distraction because that Trump thing is a distraction too. But I just tell everybody just kind of like you know what I'm saying, kind of like be mindful to look at other different things.
Yeah, you have to be very, very mindful because it's a lot of stuff going on, but those distractions are to keep you guys from seeing what's actually happening, like that Beetlejuice planet. And if you don't believe me, for those of you that think, oh, she's crazy now, no, I'm not crazy. Go look up the Beetlejuice planet on YouTube and see what's really going on. That Beetlejuice planet is actually getting close. You remember back in the day, they told us about this new planet that was sitting up above Earth,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden they just stopped talking about it. That's the Beetlejuice planet. And when it gets closer to Earth, it has a magnetic force on it.
Change everything.
Yeah, it'll change everything and it causes a magnetic shift that you
Yep.
guys ain't never seen before. It's
Upside
enough to
down.
burst open your skull.
Mm-hmm.
So you better take a look. Take a look, see. They don't like telling you a lot of stuff. But that Beetlejuice planet is something else. And that's another thing that they're afraid of. But if you like I said, if you guys would have never punched us in the back and kept punching us over here and keep trying to put us under here, trying to make us not have no money, become broke. And then always talking about, oh, she aggressive. Oh, I'm scared of her. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna write a report. I'm gonna get her fired. Guess what? Guess what, people? It's coming for you. You gotta be careful. Be careful what you ask for, because this is what you asked for. You should have left it alone. Leave people alone that don't bother you. Sometimes it's better to leave stuff in a corner and then let me tell you something else. Come a little close. Come a little close. Stop digging up our dead ancestors. Please stop it, because you're about to awaken something that you don't want to awaken. Because if you notice that when that great shift happened, they rise up again. They're going to be here. Why you think they are mummies? I'm going to love this. I'm going to love the entertainment. It's going to be so much entertainment on top of the earth until it's funny. And I'm going to love every bit of it. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to enjoy myself. And please, people, please make us happy. Just give us back our stuff
Get
before
your
this stuff
popcorn.
starts to occur. That's all you have to do. And maybe this will go away. Give
Get
us
your
back our gold
popcorn.
so we can, we do have people in line that can actually fix this stuff for you. They can stop all of this from happening if you give us back our stuff. Just give us back our stuff and we can go forward. But no, you want to be greedy. You like to be greedy. Don't be too greedy, because you're gonna get what you want. Greed got a lot of stuff that come behind it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like I said, get your popcorn ready.
I'm gonna
Okay,
have my
boys.
popcorn, baby. I'm gonna sit back and watch. That's all I can do. I'm gonna watch from a distance. I'm gonna watch
I'm
from a
finna,
distance.
yeah, we
Huh?
finna get ready. I said we finna get ready to close it out. So go ahead and say what you want to say.
Well, my condolences to the people that passed away in that tragic accident from that guy that said that he was mentally ill.
Set up.
But
Fix it.
I pay all my respects to you guys, and I love all of you, no matter what color you are. I love all of you, and enjoy every moment while you got a chance.
Yeah, that's for
This is
real.
K Goddess, and I will see you guys later.
Hey, but y'all catch more and more and more. She gonna come back and do another one and hit y'all with another one, another two piece. But definitely watch for the distractions and stuff like that. Yo, peace to the guys and goddess. You already know your boy Z. Peace.